Good day, dear readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I pray all is well out there. We are going to continue now and resume play in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Let us continue. Let us resume play. Let us begin. Pontius Pilate couldn't stand what was happening. He hid behind a screen, but the noise was getting louder. He got even more terrified. Just look at that. The truth is getting revealed before us, making us God's murderers, every single one of us. Everyone was screaming as one. Execute him. Execute him. Now we're all going to fall on our knees, begging for forgiveness like crazy people. Where can I hide now? He was running around the hallways, completely lost. Claudia! Claudia! What a disgusting woman. In a moment of despair, she left me. I'd better come down to the wine cellar. I will find calm there. He was drinking wine straight from the barrel, washing his face with it. Why am I not getting drunk? Am I being punished, or am I losing my mind? Pontius screamed with laughter. I should have listened to Claudia in the first place. Things would have worked out differently. God, good thoughts take so long. Why do we even have heads if we can't figure out who is who? Oh, the Almighty, forgive us. Visit us, Christ traitors, these silly sheep in wolf's clothing. As Jesus would say, that's exactly how it turned out to be. Silly sheep in wolf's clothing. Something dark appeared before Pontius. Who are you? I'm not telling you. Why are you here then? I want to take another look at you. Get out of here. You can't send me away. Sorry, for you don't know who I am. Pontius sat down. How come I never knew I had hell's creatures living down in my cellar? He thought. I know what you're thinking, but it's not hell yet. It's coming later, though, and I'm waiting there too. You helped us out in a way so that we will thank you in our own way. What the hell are you talking about? Get out of here, or I will call my servants in here. Pontius, you're not going to find them, for they have left to see the Son of God leaving for his kingdom. So you're all alone now, face to face with your fate. I know it's complicated, but soon you will understand. Just get out, please. How can I get out? I'm your fate. So, me is you. Can't escape yourself, can you? God, what's going on with me? I'm no God. I'm only a shadow, and I will have to go through much worse for you than Jesus did on the cross. What am I supposed to do now? Just wait for your time to come. Help me if you can. What was that? Are you asking me to help you? Were you any help to Jesus when he was appealing to all of you, I do remember what he said. Every single word. Why didn't you help him then? But the crowd was screaming and chanting. Fine. A crowd is a crowd. However, you had power over the crowd. Your wife Claudia was begging you to stop the disgrace. Jesus had done so much for your family, hasn't he? Sometimes you even felt proud of him. Why didn't you do anything? I had other things to do. I see. Once a man has no time to take care of his creator, he is no longer a man, but a mindless creature taking advantage of God's blessings. Enough with these horror stories. Have I not gone through enough mess in the last 40 days? Now, you, with your preaching. Not so much of a preaching, rather consciousness. Tell me, Pontius, would you agree? Hold on. I have some more wine. Aren't you drinking too much? It's my business. I'm not listening to you. Would you agree to die right now? What's that? To die? I'd sooner kill you than myself. It makes no difference. If you kill me, you kill yourself. What's the point of my living any longer then? Have I lost my mind yet? You have. Not so much earlier. You didn't have a clue you were crazy. Pontius put his arms around a barrel of wine. I'm sick of you. I need to rest. I don't mind. Have some rest. There's no rush. I'm always beside you. Are you all right now? Yes. Now step aside. Well, you go. Step outside of your palace. Look over to the sky, and everything you're about to see will look like the worst nightmare to you. No way. I'm not going to leave anywhere. You surely are, sweetheart. An unknown power will make you, and you'll see it soon. Since you are me, why would you be mocking yourself like that? Is it mocking? Pontius grabbed his head with his hands and jumped out of the cellar roaring. He was screaming with a strange voice as he rushed through the chambers of his palace. He didn't realize how he stormed outside of the building. There you go. Didn't I tell you you'd be pulled out by an unknown force? Damn, you're here too? I'm inside of you. Go ahead, look. Look at the sky. I'm scared. Look at it. Pontius looked. Oh! He collapsed. Uzziah, wake up. Deruzia, what's going on? I don't really know. The sky is going up in flames. If it's so, must be Barbius. He must have something to do with it and done something wrong. No kidding, it's on fire. I'm not kidding either, Deruzia. It's Barbius's work. Just look at that. Uzziah stretched with his mouth open. Oh, what's wrong, Uzziah? Oh, it's the Almighty. He's come to take Jesus home. How could I have forgotten? Are you crazy or something? Yes, I am. Where's my mule? It's right there. He jumped on the mule. Go, love, or we'll be late. The mule was not rushing, though. To hell with you, stupid animal. Uzziah raced faster than a doe, worried he wouldn't make it. He was thinking, I shouldn't be looking at the sky now, for I'll die of fear. His speed went up so high that he overran a horse-drawn chariot. He was running and screaming for no obvious reason. He wasn't running alone. People were rushing to the Mount of Olives from every direction. Huge crowds of people were coming together at the holiest of places. Another ordinary person, Uzziah, was rushing as well to meet the most extraordinary something. He didn't even realize what it was. The holy powers were putting him closer to the truth of the universal kingdom. He was crying, "Lord, help me. Get me there on time, for I am an ordinary man, poor and hungry, wearing ragged clothes, but I am still a human. I am a human, and God, I so want to make it to the holy ascension." He was sobbing, and he tripped and got up and kept running, covered in blood. At that moment, he was able to see the life of light he had been dreaming of so often. He was living his entire life in humiliation and dishonor, but his soul was pulling him towards God, for he had greater faith in God than himself. His whole life passed before his eyes. He didn't want to carry on like that, for he had heard from the prophet many good things about life that's about to come in his ruling. He had to go just a little further, and he kept running. Pontius woke up and looked at the sky. Has it been raining? Why is there a rainbow? His head was splitting with a terrible ache. I don't want to live. Where did my shadow go? Let it sit in the cellar. All dark belongs down there. Wait for a second. Didn't you put Jesus down there? Oh Lord, here you are again. How can I escape? Why don't you visit your brother in God's blood, Antipas? I guess I will have to visit him if he's still alive. And he headed to see Herod, walking slowly. Peace be unto you, Antipas. May God be with you, Pontius. No, he may not. He has turned away from me. My shadow is my God now, and my death, I guess. Antipas, have you looked at the sky lately? I have, and I must admit I'm quite terrified of what I've seen. There, Antipas, that's how the heaven has taken our mischief, and it's just the beginning. The worst nightmare is only coming. If only the nightmare could be called a nightmare. We should be prepared for its coming very soon. Pontius, stop tearing my soul apart. I'm still hoping to see Herodias and Salome. You will actually see them up in the flame. For I know John the Baptist is expecting us there with a sword. Why are you here anyway? It's my fear, my conscience. My shadow made me do it. All right, Pontius. I'm not sure how long the heavenly sign is going to last, but it's all over. And when it's all over, I will go to Tiberius and let him convoy me to Rome. If they sentence me and punish me, I think I'm going to feel a little better. I can't live under this burden anymore. Yes, of course. You're right. Lord, why wasn't Jesus born in Rome? Why did the Almighty have to put it all on us? Don't you know why, Pontius? Well, what have we actually done on earth? We've brought nothing but misery. So he sent down a penance in the face of his only begotten Son. That's it. Antipas grabbed the wine. Let's go. Watch it. Fine, let's go. Just bring the servants along. Where am I supposed to take them? There's no one around but us. Everyone is at the Mount of Olives. We're the only ones left here, like a bad weed in a field. That's what we've ended up with. They walked outside. Antipas, isn't it supposed to get darker now? Why is it so bright outside? We're going to skip the nighttime, aren't we? Pontius, for us, our life has been nothing but nighttime, where you can't figure out a single thing. Look at you. You're becoming quite a philosopher. Rome. The Rome dwellers were panicking from what was going on. The panic could be easily explained. People didn't have a clue what was going on and got overwhelmed and guided with emotions. Many were predicting the end of the world. Others were guessing the gods were in wrath and were about to come down and destroy all of humankind. There were a lot of speculations and was no unity of thought. Nero couldn't stand it and rushed to pack for Jerusalem. I must make sure and finally figure out what's going on, what kind of mystery is unfolding in our domain. He took 100 legionnaires, and without notifying Tiberius Caesar, he left for Jerusalem. It was only after 2 days when Tiberius Caesar found out. Why has no one reported to me that Nero had left Rome? He addressed the Senate members. Everyone stood there with their heads down. Have I completely lost my power over them? Tiberius thought. Who could have thought Nero would turn out to be a traitor, the most loyal one? Tiberius went secluded for a long time. He thought through all kinds of things. It made him feel uncomfortable and worried at times. Meanwhile, Nero and legionnaires were racing towards Jerusalem. He fancied changing the course of events. He was overexcited and had something inexplicable pushing and pulling him. At times, he felt as if he was falling into the abyss, and the last time he felt fully and deep inside his soul and collapsed. He couldn't remember how long he spent unconscious. He woke up and asked his servants, "Am I in Jerusalem yet?" "No, Nero, you're in Rome." "What do you mean, Rome? I have left for Jerusalem, haven't I?" "But you told the legionnaires to turn around." "Can't be. Bring me the colonel. Who told you to return?" The colonel blushed. "Nero, you collapsed and started foaming at the mouth, and then you moaned. Bring me back to Rome now. The dark forest won't let me into Jerusalem." So we returned. You had a weird voice, though, as if it wasn't really yours. "Get out of here, squirt. How dare you talk to me like that? Do you think I've lost my mind completely?" "I don't. I just saw it happening to you. That should mean something." "Out! Get out!" Nero collapsed again. Tiberius Caesar found out about it very soon and came to see Nero as he was still lying there, unconscious. "You deserve that," he thought. "I'm going to wait until you wake up, and then I'll have a word with you." Nero wouldn't wake up still. Tiberius was waiting. It took a long time before Nero finally awoke. "So, General, Counsel, did you mean to mislead me?" "Oh, it's you, Tiberius. I apologize. I'm not sure what's guiding me at this moment. I believe you now, for that force wouldn't let you even close to Jerusalem." "Tiberius, is that light still up in the sky?" "It is still. It's fading, though. I guess it has approached the gate of Jerusalem by now." "Tiberius, what are we going to do?" I'm going to wait for Tiberius. You do what you want. I'm not going to have any business with you whatsoever." Tiberius left. "Bastard, he's mocking me, seeing me in this state I'm in. I'll remember that and will pay him back very soon." These were the thoughts of Nero. The Mount of Olives. "My brothers, Jesus, we're here, listening. Come closer to me, for the heavenly power has started descending." All disciples circled around their dearest and most fair teacher. "Teacher, we are listening." "My beloved ones," Jesus embraced Mother Mary, and tears streamed down his face. "Teacher, embrace every one of us so that we keep it in our memory." "Okay, Peter." He approached every one of his disciples and embraced them. He had images of every one of his disciples before his eyes. "Teacher, don't cry. Try to understand me. I am human, and it's my human nature, so forgive me. Brothers, remember me forever, just like I will remember you. Crush the unworthy with your acts. Fight evil and teach others to fight. May all those people who discover God's power in them destroy the evil. Elimination of evil will make everyone's life better. Life will become so much nicer. Don't ever be shy or embarrassed about your spiritual work. Carry the fire of your souls through thorns, and I will walk with you and lead the way. Anyone denying my name should be punished with my name, but in a soft, human way. I'm appealing to you. Stick to that challenging path and don't ever turn away." "Paul, what is it, Barnabas? I'm struggling to understand what Jesus is saying." "Don't worry, Barnabas. I will explain to you eventually, and you will understand." Joseph came up to Cornelius. "Cornelius, I can see you're crying." "Joseph, I am human, too, who loved our God dearly. The separation is tough for my soul. I believe I'm going to live with that burden for the rest of my life. When people realized that God's only Son had been to earth, things will change then. And Jesus said it will change both for the spirit and the matter. I am happy I've met Jesus, for it was God Himself who made it happen. I am happy and satisfied with my destiny. I am happy I've met Jesus, for it was God Himself who made it happen. I am happy and satisfied with my destiny, for it made me find myself and realize the world. He has changed everything in me. Cornelius, I am happy too. I am only crying in regret. I did not meet that beautiful man earlier. And God, Joseph, exactly, God. How am I supposed to carry on? Joseph, you should listen to your soul. Jesus will tell you what to do. Now, look at him once more to see he is God. We are his sheep, and he is going to save us in his spiritual abode. He will nourish us with love and care, the richness he has in his inexhaustible abundance, like himself. What are you talking about, Cornelius? Devarius, we're grieving, but he's still here. No, Devarius, you can't consider him gone, for the time is up. Let him say his final words to his disciples. We're not going to bother him. The heavenly haze came down on earth. It looked as if it was devouring everyone, carrying them away to the far, incomprehensible, great expanse. Dear readers, we will take a pause there. And we will continue and resume play another day, another time. As Jesus ascends to the kingdom of heaven. In the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. God bless. Thank you.